Hello everyone. So in this tutorial we are going to learn how to create some beautiful looking furniture renders that you are seeing right now on the screen. Let us get started. So right now I'm in my Blender viewport. You can see that I have loaded a model right here. So the first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a camera. For that I'm going to press Shift A, and from here you can see that we have a camera icon. I'll press on that. So by default our camera is going to come somewhat like this. So let us fix the position of this. We'll press Alt plus R and that will fix the position, and we are going to bring this camera a little bit forward like this. So we'll press N and we are going to go for this item tab right here, and this rotation we are going to come under x-axis and we are going to press 90 like that. So the next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock this camera. For that I'm going to come under view, and in here you can see that there's an option to lock your camera. I'll press on this. So the next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to see through this camera. For that I'm going to press Ctrl plus numpad 0, and that is going to, so right now you can see that our model is not aligned properly. So we can press scrolls button and we can bring our model to the frame like this. So just keep a position. We are going to change the position in the later stage. So I'm going to unlock this and I'm going to zoom, and then I'm going to lock this again. Okay, so the next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign the textures for this model. So I'm going to select the model right here and I'm going to go for the shader tab. So in the shader tab you need to double click on your model so that you can see your principal VS DF shader. So let me drag and drop my textures really quick. Okay, so I have brought all my textures right here. So this is my base color, this is my roughness, this is my metal, and this is my normal. So let us start connecting them. So for the base color I'm going to connect on the base color right like this. Okay, and for the roughness I'm going to connect on the roughness slider. I'm going to connect on the roughness channel. So then we have metal. So let us connect on the metal channel, that is metallic. And the next one we have this normal. For normal we are going to open this and we are going to go for the color space and say this is non-color. And the next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this to the color channel right here. Okay, perfect. So let us jump back to our layout and click on this render option right here. So right now we have to change some render settings. So first thing is we don't have any lighting information right here. So let us add a HDRI lighting. So I will take this moment and tell you guys that I use HDR lighting from Polyheaven, and in here you are going to go to HDRIs, and in here you are going to go to studios, and the one HDRI which I usually use is Studio 8. So you can click on Studio 8. You can change the resolution from here and you can press on download, and that will download right here. So once you have downloaded your HDRI, what you need to do is you need to come under shading, and right now we are in object mode. We are going to change to world, and in here I'll just scroll down like this, press Shift A, and I'm going to search for environment node and I'm going to click on this. Then I'm going to connect this to the color and I'm going to open my HDRI. So in my case I am having my HDRI file right here. So once you have connected your HDRI, you can come back to your layout and you can see that we have our HDRI applied. But right now we are seeing the EV real-time rendering. So we have to change this to cycles. So for that we are going to come under the render properties and we are going to change to cycles. Okay, so the next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off this grid right here. So I'll press this and that will turn off the grid. And the next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to come under the output properties and I'm going to change the resolution of this So I'm going to give this 4K. You can give even 2K, but I like to give 4K, so I'll give. Okay, so then I'm going to click on this camera right here, and then I'm going to change this from perspective to orthographic, and then I can zoom out this a little bit like this, and also I can rotate and change the position on which position you really like this. So once you're happy with your position, we can go ahead and turn off our background. So right now I don't need this environment background. So for that, I'm going to come under this render properties. In here, I'm going to come under film, and there we can see an option called transparent. I'll click on that. So like this, you can see that the background is gone. So the next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to color management, and I'm going to change, and then you can see a option that is look. Then I'm going to make this high contrast. Okay guys, so the next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to change some render properties, that is I'm going to change the samples. So for that I'm going to come under the render properties, and here you can see that in this render slot you can see that we have 4K samples. We'll change this, we'll decrease this to 20 or 10, which is usually enough. Okay, so I think the most of the setting is done. Okay guys, so if you are really happy with all the settings that you have done, so next thing what we are going to do is we are going to press F12 to start our rendering. So let me press F12. So right now the rendering has been started. So I'll fast forward this. Okay guys, so the rendering has been done. So let us zoom in and see the details. So right now you can see that we are getting a pretty nice looking render right here, which we can use in our portfolio. So we can, from here we can go ahead and save this. So we can go to image and we can press save as, which will save it to our desktop or any other location that we want. So okay guys, so this was it for this video, and if this video really helped you, you can go ahead and press the like button, which will really motivate me to make more such tutorials. And also you can subscribe to my channel so that you can be updated whenever I post another video. Okay guys, so thank you.